Welcome back. So, yeah, um, I guess if we're gonna discuss about like agencies or no, I mean I've pretty much asked. I know this was a question that I've kind of dished out in previous interviews, but for your agency, because I know that you're currently working with Fox, um, so how's it like getting to be a part of their little talent pool roster and just having them represent you and whatnot.
I love Vox. I'm the thing about agencies by and large is that each agency is going to work differently for you. So maybe some people might not be happy at Vox, but they're happy at Atlas or DPT or anything like that, right? SBV or vice versa. Because every agency is going to work differently for you, and it's going to kind of be according to your tastes and what your relationship is with each other. Finding the one that works for you is really, really important. Uh, but as for me and my feelings about Vox, I love it. I think they're fantastic. I think they're amazing. I love Michaela. She's our animation agent, as well as just kind of like really big general everything else agent. Besides Tom, who is our commercial agent, and she is just trying to find a non curse word way to say this. Really good at her job. She kicks a lot of butt. Um, she's fantastic at her job, and she is just kind of almost like a mother figure to me. Her words, not mine, by the way, but I fully embrace them. She is just a very sweet, caring human being who cares about you as a person first and foremost, and then as a client of the agency. Um, it's gonna sound this is a weird sentence, but there's something very human about Vox and everyone who is at the agency. We just had our annual it's called Invoxation, where we kind of all get together in person for the first time. There were a lot of people, and they were all very nice, and it just felt great. The energy was awesome. And there's really not a lot of egos. There's just and also not a corporate feel at all. It's almost like feels like a family. I think they do call it the Fox family, and it very much feels that way. We've got an incredible roster of talent, very talented people, and it's great. It's fantastic. It's they stick their necks out for you and get the job done. And I could not complain. I see myself being with them till until the end of my career.
Totally. Um, I would ask about like the union or like anything that's. I mean, because I know there's been like the writer strike and all that stuff, which I'm probably gonna um, because I know that for both of us, we're kind of like we. I just want to make sure everything's nice. Okay. I think we're kind of like, I know it's something that's been affecting the writers so far. I don't know if it's going to extend to voice actors, which is probably going to be like, because for strikes like this one, I know we're kind of like outsiders that are sort of looking into it because to this day, I don't know all the details or information of what's been happening. So, I think that's probably going to be something that's definitely worth talking about on another like episode. But for I guess with the strike that's been happening, how do you see it affecting the future personally?
So, I actually do have quite a lot of information on it, just because I like to keep myself
Okay,
informed.
sure.
But SAG is looking to so we I can't remember what the percentage was, but over half of us voted yes to strike. So that's SAG aftra. That's all the actors, all the performers. We're in talks right now to see if um oh my gosh, is it AMPTP? I don't know the acronym. Um, or the full name. I forget now, but the big guys, big bosses. We're in talks to see if they will, agree to our terms, and if they don't, we're also striking. So it definitely will affect acting, and it will affect voice actors just the same as on-camera actors and that kind of thing. As for us, kind of being outsiders, even though we technically are, I think we're all part of a greater kind of force in the industry, which is,
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
us, the little guys who aren't seeing these trillions, billions of dollars that the big guys are, right? So it's really important to support them right now. And even if SAG, for whatever reason, maybe we don't end up striking, maybe they do agree to our terms and they give us what we want as far as residuals and AI, possibly taking over. Um, I think it's very
Yikes.
important. Yeah, I know. I think it's very
Yeah.
important to support them. Just like I think some IATSE members are also supporting the Writers Guild. And it's important to show up. We've been going, my roommate and I have been going to the strikes and we've been marching alongside them. We try to go at least twice a week. So yeah, I think it's super important to support that because these are the people who make our childhoods and who bring us joy. Writing and film and television are just as important as, let's say, agriculture. And that might sound like a hot take, but we cannot just survive. We cannot just eat and work and go to sleep. We must also entertain ourselves and experience joy and wonder and watch and consume art that other human beings have made in order to have like a fully rich life. Obviously, it's not at the top of our needs list as humans, but I believe like staunchly that it is something that we do need in order to thrive as a society. So this getting abolished or taken over by robots or them not getting their just due is, I think, criminal. And same for the agriculture industry. You've got people working in the fields who are getting maybe 13 bucks an hour when they're putting food on our plates. So I think all around capitalism needs to crumble, and that's a much bigger conversation. But as for now, and as for the smaller scale, and as for focusing on the WGA, I think it's very important to support them. And I think it is coming for us actors if we don't do something about it.
Yeah, I think it's with how things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the direction that it's gonna end up spiraling into. Um, we can't really say we don't really know for sure, but yeah, it's probably gonna happen soon, soonish. Who knows? I mean, like I know they're gonna have like a meeting sometime like in the summer, so who knows? We'll just have to see where that's gonna
I think in
eventually.
9 days, actually. Or am I? Is it?
Oh wow.
It's either June 30th or July 30th that I think they're having the
I think it
meeting.
was in July or June. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I can't
I
exactly
think that's
remember,
what I
but
heard.
we're about to
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. So, like I said, pretty soonish. Are you a member of SAG, by the way? I just wanted to make sure, real quick.
Yeah, well, I'm on Monster High, which is a union show, so yes.
Oh, okay, totally. um, yeah, so I'm really glad because I've talked with people that are a part of SAG and I've got a lot of different responses. Oh, and by the way, I should clarify that um, I've done a couple of video games, but um I just wanted to clarify that but they're mostly like indie stuff. I mean it's not like something that's like I mean it is a part of like games that you could play on like the Nintendo Switch or Steam, but for me I'm still like non-union right now, like as part of like I mean I'm in a couple of talent rosters, but I've been looking into joining SAG, but I know that when I've talked to people, like the responses are like they differ from person to person. Like, for you, you're happy with, being a part of Vox, but somebody might be more suited for Atlas or CBV or CSD. So everybody has like different, you know, like approaches when it comes to, agencies or joining the union, SAG. I guess for me personally, I um and once again, this is my own 2 cents. Like, take it with a grain of salt. That's kind of like how I mostly do the podcast when it comes to talking with different guests about, their experiences working in the industry. But if you really want to join SAG, like I know that everybody's careers are like totally different, but definitely join once you know for sure you're ready because you don't want to jump into this prematurely and don't want to join when you're not ready. It's kind of the same as like if you're making a demo, if you're doing a website, all of it takes time. Um, and if you have like a certain number of credits, or if like if you have like, I don't know, writing or whatever. I forget how it go. Sorry, I keep moving my camera around. But I mean, if you have like a decent amount of credits, um, but I know in order to be eligible, because I know that you've worked on Monster High, so I know that that is definitely like a union project. Like it's I mean, you can, because I know for the union, I know they apply for like insurance and a bunch of other stuff that I keep researching about.
Mhm.
So that's definitely something that if you want to like listen to a podcast where I talk specifically about like, SAG or what have you, then I do have a couple lined up that I'm gonna be doing in the future, but I don't want to give away too many surprises. So I just want to keep it hush hush, shh, for now. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's my little takeaway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very delicate subject. Everyone has, different opinions on
Yes.
whether or not to join.
Because everybody's like different, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for example, I know a lot of anime is non-union, and a lot of video
Oh
gaming is
yeah.
non-union, or
Yeah.
JRPGs, that kind of stuff. There are people who thrive
Oh
strictly
yeah.
off of that. And if you
Yeah.
become a member of SAG and you can only do union, obviously you lose a big chunk of your income. Which, there's the
Yeah.
other argument for people who are like, well, that kind of erodes at the integrity of the union, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Bottom line is, it it depends person to person. It's a very kind of delicate subject, and I'm not here to impose any opinions or judge anyone, because I think folks gotta eat, and
Yeah.
it's the biggest fight here. Obviously, is again, it's the people in power who are choosing not to pay those wages, or who are choosing to make things non-union, etc. So I
Yeah.
think we shouldn't be at each other's throats, but rather looking upwards at these companies who have, my gosh, billions of dollars and choose not to pay fairly. Um, and then that is a whole separate conversation. But basically,
Oh
my
yeah.
my 2 cents is, do what you need to do, and that's my opinion
Yes.
on that.
Yeah.
And we're not here on this earth to judge
Yeah.
anyone for that.
Yeah. So out of curiosity, like I know that you've been working like I know that remote recording has kind of been also something else that's been like I mean there's like a lot of silver linings over these last couple of years. So for you personally, how has like I guess the I'm not even sure if it's even over. I don't know, but how has the pandemic like um affected yeah, I don't want to say affected. How are you adapting to these various changes like that's been happening in the industry like ever since, we've been,
Right.
still navigating our way through this mess.
For
Goes
me,
right.
there, I was very lucky. None of my family members, no one that I knew personally. Well, we had a friend. Besides that, was
Oh,
really affected. Um, I got like, I started booking, I think, at the start of the pandemic. Um, and I had never known anything before that, because before then I had just been kind of training, just taking classes and taking courses and that kind of thing. So I was super used to recording all my stuff from home, auditions, demos, doing my, online classes and that kind of thing. So when the pandemic, I can't remember who had told me, but someone had told me, like, you need to have a home booth. And this was before the pandemic. When it hit, I already had a home booth. I already had a beautiful, incredible microphone. Actually, I didn't. I don't think I had my normal U87. I had a different microphone, but it was equally as good. Well, not equally, but almost just as good. Um,
I mean, it was
so
good.
it was good. It could record from home. There
Yes.
wasn't very much adaptation from me. I kind of grew along with, another weird sentence. Grew with the pandemic. Like, I was very adapted to it, and that honestly kind of gave me a leg up, because everyone else was scrambling to make home booths or buy microphones or that kind of thing,
Oh my
because
gosh, you
people
have
were used to going
no.
to audition at their agency, or going in studio, whereas I had never gone into a studio in my life, and I had never gone into my agency to record an audition. So I was ready and good to
Yeah.
go, and I learned I learned very quickly, how to use my oh my gosh, I forget what it's called.
Oh,
So
is
yeah,
that a, oh,
um,
I, was that the
you have the
Focusrite
same
you were
one.
just holding?
It
Yeah,
is.
I
Yes,
got the same one. I would show it.
it's a fantastic
Actually,
device.
you know what? Let me just do this. There, I got
Yeah,
this.
I think we've got the same
This,
one.
yeah, I got
And
the
I
USB.
think it's
Yeah.
industry standard. I might be wrong. I could be so wrong about that. But yeah, so I already had all that stuff. I had the home booth, I had the closet, I had the sound panels, and I kind of I acquired bits and bobs as I went along, and obviously the booth got better. Like now it's in this little walk-in closet, and it's fantastic. Um, but yeah, I just there was like no adapting for me, and I'm very lucky to say that. And I do think that might have given me a leg up, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be your acting skill. And especially now that we've gone back to going in studio and that kind of thing. Even you could have the
Yes.
sexiest microphone in the world, but you got to be and a really pretty,
Yes.
beautiful voice, but you have to be a good actor.
Well, yes, indeed. Um, yeah, definitely acting. You can have like the best equipment, and everything. I mean, that's literally what it is. We're acting, we're performing characters, we're playing pretend. Um, we are making choices. Oh, did I? Oh, am I
I think
still
you
here?
froze for a second, but I don't know if that was on my end. No, you're there. You're back.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I don't think I've lost connection. But anyways, I was just saying like, um, you can have like the best setup, but acting is definitely number one, number uno. It's yeah, I know everybody says that like, oh, I could do like a million different voices, but it's like, I forget who it was. I think it was Bob Bergen who said that all characters have a voice, but not all voices have character. And that was like, you got to have put character behind the voice, because if you're just doing a voice, it's not like, it's fine to do at a party, but if you're performing a character for like a show, or if you're doing a project, acting number one, like we're playing pretend, we're creating characters, and we're trying to tell a story, because all of us have a story to share. We are all storytellers. Like, we're big kids at heart, and we all have something that we can offer and we can bring and collaborate with our clients, peers, or also have wild, big imaginations, and we want to collaborate and play and just be like, hey, let's just make this giant sandcastle or whatever. That's kind of what we're doing. I know that we say that it's a job, and I get it, it's business, but at the end of the day, we're here to have fun and we want to make the best product. We're just here to have as much fun as um if you're playing a game, or if you're watching a show. Like, we want to offer that same excitement and fulfillment that we got when we first consumed all of these products. So that we did when we were children. And that's the art of playing pretend.
Hmm.
Um, I know I'm kind of stealing this from Richard Horvitz, which, by the way, love you, Richard. Love you, man.
Steal away.
Yes, just steal from the best. That's what we're doing. If we're not playing pretend, we're just stealing. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
it's like that one meme. It's like, oh, behold, the steal the meme, whatever. Many different memes. Hey, I'm gonna steal this from you. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's what we do.
um,
We just
yeah,
steal. We
yes,
borrow.
exactly. Borrow. No, we steal. We're thieves. We're the fan of thieves by Persona.
I mean, I
By the
can't, I
way,
can't, I can't refute that. I absolutely. I'm like,
yeah.
that is a great technique, or that
By
sounds
the
fun.
way,
I'm gonna take that for my thing.
yeah, congrats to the new cast for the Persona thing that
Oh
they just
yes,
recently announced it.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
just random segue
No, go.
to
Yeah,
that.
congratulations.
But
Wait, my goodness.
yeah, let me see. I know that your family was kind of like, it seems like an obvious answer, but who would you say are like some of your biggest inspirations, like influences when it comes to,
You know
your
what's so
career
funny?
life? Yeah.
Not my family.
Oh. Mm.
I was not inspired at all by my family. But on the flip side of that coin, I was supported, which is almost equally, if not more important. Um,
Okay.
my dad did indie film for a while. And a lot of
Ah,
people think,
nice.
a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people think, oh, you got into acting because your dad was a filmmaker. I'm like, no,
He was in the business, so you got into the business because her family wasn't
nope.
nepot. I want to say nepotism because that would be.
Yeah, his movies never. I don't want to say never went anywhere. That sounds very cruel. Love you, Dad. Never got popular.
Mm, yeah.
They actually one of
Mm.
them had a very big viewing because they leaked it on YouTube, and a lot of people watched it, so that was cool. But yeah, so
Should
they didn't go exactly in the trajectory
may
that he
have to
wanted.
check it out, actually.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
once I'm done with this story. But yeah,
Okay.
so a lot of people think, oh, you got into that because of that, and I wish I was a nepotism baby. Would have made things a lot easier. No, I just I love I love playing pretend. I love cartoons. I love role playing, and being characters and being monsters and dragons and what have you. So I just got into it for my passion of playing pretend and art, and I fell in love with theater once I got into theater, and I completely forgot that I wanted to be a voice actor, so I just kept pursuing theater and musical theater, and yes, oh, absolutely, I love theater, and one day I
Yes.
just remembered that I wanted to be a voice actor, so I kind of got refocused. But yeah, I would say my biggest inspirations, again, it's probably gonna sound like such a dork. Critical Role, the whole cast of Critical Role. I mean, Matthew Mercer, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, the rest of the cast, all these incredible actors, um, who are just so talented in their own right, but just beasts in the entertainment industry now. I mean, you see Sam Riegel. I think Sam Riegel. I think he casts now as well as acts.
He
They all
does.
do.
Yeah.
They all do. Yeah, stuff
I
a
think
lot
he
bigger than they used to.
I think he directed the new DuckTales that
He
just
might, yeah, he
recently ended.
might direct
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, yeah. But they're probably my biggest inspirations, I would say. And
Yeah.
the cast of Teen Titans as well as Adventure Time. Obviously,
Yes.
Starfire also voices Princess Bubblegum, and Scott
Oh
Menzel
yeah.
does so many things besides just
Oh my
voice.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So
All these people. Yeah.
I think they're the ones who inspired me, and I just would watch them with stars in my eyes, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to do what you do. You get to play pretend once a week on camera in Critical Role, but then also in video games and animation, and they are just so crisp and clear and just fantastic actors, that I respect even to this day. That I would be nervous to say hello to and walk up to and meet to this day. That they are my biggest inspirations. And you know what? I'm gonna amend what I said before about my family not inspiring me. I will say my father definitely inspired my drive, because he always, even though his movies never really blew up like he wanted them to, he always would say, I'm going to make something, and then he would follow it through until it was done. And that's something that I've tried to emulate as well in my own life, is that I
Me too.
really respected him
Yeah.
for when he said he would do something, he would do it. And that's
Oh
what I
yes.
told myself. I was like, I'm going to become a voice actor. And then I did it. So that's I'll give him that. He definitely inspired me in that way. He's got a drive, and I really respect it.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Yep,
Just do it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Anything else that you wanted to share? I guess any.
Oh, the name of the movie used to be Xibalba, which is, I believe, the Mayan name for the underworld, but I could be wrong. Could be so wrong. But they changed it to The Curse of the Mayans. So if you want to look that up on YouTube and give it a little bit of love, it's a
Okay.
cute little movie.
Yeah.
It's about some folks and they're exploring.
Yeah.
It's my father's movie. They're exploring a cenote, which is an underground kind of cave, and they
Mhm.
find, or I think they unleash an alien.
Mhm.
My father's gonna hate me. That's what I can remember about the plot. It was fun. I actually think it's a fun watch, and if you want to have a little movie night with your friends, put it on.
Yeah. Let me see. What else is there to know about? Like, I don't know, just a fun fact about yourself or
A fun fact. I gotta think of
yeah.
something that I haven't said already. I have a
Yeah.
big mouth and I like to talk.
Mhm.
Um. Oh my gosh, I have a horrible one. Everyone's gonna hate it. It's. I think it is. It is. It is not widely known, but kind of underground known that I am a furry. So just the
Oh,
worst fact you could know about me is I'll leave you with that. There you go.
oh wow.
Podcast
You
exclusive.
know, I I'm trying to
You
think.
don't have to say that you respect it or you accept it. I know where I
No, I
stand
mean
in the world.
like I don't think I'm trying to out of the dozens interviews that I've done, like I'm literally at like, I don't
Yeah, I
know,
don't
close
doubt
to
you.
200.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had anybody openly and proudly say that they're a furry. That is
I
a
considered
new,
not saying it, but I
yes.
can't take it back now. So it's just your knowledge to
You
have for
know,
your
yes.
podcast now.
And now it's out there
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
world to see.
It's oh my god. It's like because I'm a lot of things, right? I'm gender fluid. I'm gay as heck, and I'm very
Mhm.
proud of those things. I'll say them out loud. I don't care. I'll scream them in someone's face. But
You know
being
what?
a
Hey,
furry is so shameful. Um, but you know what? I'll give you this. Don't quote me on this, but I'm 80% sure that one of the people that helped develop the COVID vaccine is a furry. And okay, so just, I'm gonna have you Google furry scientist after this, and you might get some unsavory search results. But
oh,
there is on
oh,
Twitter,
wait.
I forget her name. I think it's she, her. Could be wrong. But let's use they for now. They are a scientist and they like proudly have their fursona as their profile pic. And there's a lot of furries in STEM and NASA, and the reason that this makes sense is because fursuits cost upwards of $5,000 baseline, and who has that kind of money to spend, right? Scientists. And that's what I'm gonna leave you with. There's your fun fact, and I feel like that's a good note to to
Hmm.
kind of wrap this up in a nice little bow.
Oh, oh, I
Was I
found
right
it.
though? Did you Google it? Did she develop the COVID vaccine? I feel like she had a part in it, right? Ma-
Um,
Mio? It's an M name.
okay. I'm not sure if it's the one you're talking about, but I
I'm gonna
think I've
tell you.
seen her Twitter. Is it okay? It's Chise.
Cheese day? Yes, that's the one that I was talking about.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's who I was
Yo,
talking about. Isn't that crazy?
dude, their Twitter is the top result, and now I'm seeing articles.
Did she though? Am I
Wow.
wrong about the COVID vaccine thing?
Um,
Maybe I might be wrong. I could be wrong,
she's
but I'm
they're a
almost so sure.
vaccine scientist.
Hold
Oh
on,
wait,
wait.
wait.
Her development?
She was involved. Okay, hold up.
Yeah, I'm looking at her.
So she rose to prominence during the pandemic due to her involvement in developing the Moderna vaccine.
Ha ha
And
ha! So you're healthy because of a furry. There you go.
so
Happy
special guest
Happy
guest of
Wednesday.
honor.
Well, it's a Wednesday for us today.
Yeah. Oh, nice. She has a nice little persona. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yes,
there you go. There
you
you
were
go. Something to
right.
be proud of.
Wow. Okay. And I
Furries
was
are
just
smart.
mhm.
That's what I'm gonna get with. God damn.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
And I was just gonna close out this podcast without giving them a shout out. So yeah, to anybody out there that has gotten the Moderna or whatever vaccine that you've had, thank this person. Thank
Yep.
them.
This-
Yep, they were responsible for developing the.
yeah.
I mean, unless if somebody wants to fact check both of us, which please do it in a constructive and respectful manner. Um,
Facts are there. There's
just
no denying it.
let us know.
Let it sink in.
Yeah, just let it sink in. Yeah, we were literally about to go. Thank you, Chise.
Thank you.
I'm
I think it's Tuesday. I could be wrong.
yeah, I'm terrible with pronouncing like usernames or names that I have on my podcast. So that is on me. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, let me like yeah, I guess like literally like the first time I've actually had somebody like because like it's June with Pride Month and everything but I don't think I've actually had anybody like outright admit that
And
they're
I'm
furry
I'm regretting
podcast.
it now because I feel like that's gonna discount every other thing I've said that's made me sound even remotely deep or intelligent because they're just gonna point and say furry. But here, let me break it down for you. Just like before we wrap up, real quick.
Okay.
See, I was gonna try to defend it, but like any defense is just not. It's not gonna have strong legs to stand on. I like anthropomorphic animals. I think they're cool. I think they look cool. And who doesn't like a? It started with werewolves. I love werewolves, and that's just that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be proud of what I like because life is short and you should enjoy what you like as long as it's safe and it's
Yeah.
kind and it's legal. So that's what I'll leave you with.
I mean,
Live
to be
life.
honest, yeah, I got into animation because of anthropomorphic animals. So
Sonic, you see, diet
yeah,
furry.
yes.
I'm diagnosing you.
Getting exposed on my own podcast. What is this world
Check in
coming
a
to?
couple years and we'll see
Yes.
where you're at.
Yeah, just check in by, I don't know, 2028 in the next five
Yeah,
years of where I'm gonna be,
you'll join us.
where I'll end
You'll
up.
be there.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah, maybe at some point in the future,
there.
wherever that may, wherever that
Oh
may
my goodness.
entail. But
Yeah,
anyways, what a great ending.
yeah, it's good.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What a great conclusion. Probably the best one I've had yet. So thank you for doing this with me. Anything else that you want to share, like your social media, current projects, last words, anything that you want to spew out?
I've shared too much. You can follow
Yes.
me on Instagram at Valeria Rodriguez VO. And you can find me on Twitter at Elvis Badger, though I don't recommend following my Twitter because I am crazy. Um, and yeah, I think that. Oh, I have a Twitch and a YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm kind of taking a hiatus from them. You can find me on YouTube at Valeria the Wolf, and I'm pretty sure Twitch is Valeria the Werewolf. You'll find me.
Yeah.
You just Google.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just Google some
One quick
combination
do.
of
Do, do,
words.
do, 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 do. Oh, there you are. Okay.
There you go. You'll
um,
find me.
yeah. Any last piece of advice or just anything that you want to close us out on?
God, it's so cheesy, but just like really drill it into your freaking head. Love yourself and enjoy life. It is too short, and we don't know when our last day
Yes.
is. So just be unashamed and enjoy life. And that's what I'll leave you on.
Life is too short. 2023, put
God,
it on a
I
t-shirt.
ruined it. I messed it up. I'm done. That's it. That's all I have
No,
to
I
say.
it's all good, but thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm just sitting here roasting you now.
It's yeah, I deserve it. I'm a furry. Thank you for having me.
You know? Yes, thank you so much. Outro.
Life is too short.
Yes, we'll just end it with that. Thank you for watching, and yeah, um, I'll be in Vegas in a couple weeks if y'all want to party or hang out, or if there's like anything going on. Like, I don't know, like I kind of miss the good food and the parties. I mean, even though I'm like over 21, I can't. I'm not a gambler or like drink or smoke or do any of that
I grew up
stuff.
in
So
Vegas. The food is incredible.
okay, yeah, I'll take up your offer. So yeah, and then San Diego. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty packed summertime. So um, whatever events or anything I'm gonna be doing in the summertime, I'll just keep y'all posted on my social media. And yeah, but till then, thank you for watching. See y'all next time. Stay safe, stay cool, and yeah, this is Robert Jackson signing out. And until then, furries unite.
Absolutely.
Peace. Okay, love you.